What's up, guys and girls? I'm Josh of J Bauer Art. This is Back Talk with Bauer. And before we get into tonight's episode with Remy from Remy's Roundtable, I got to talk to the amazing comic shop known as Kingdom of Comics. Facebook.com/Kingdom of Comics Shop. Make sure to put 2 S's in there because if you miss an S, you will not be able to find them. They are located on 4320 South Babcock Street, Melbourne, Florida, 32901. Jason and Paula are an amazing couple that own the comic shop. They're big supporters of me. They've been supporting the artwork. They've been supporting the graphic designer. And now they are sponsoring and supporting the podcast. Please head down to Melbourne and check out the shop in person. It is fantastic. It's a huge open space, very comfortable to hang out in, check out all the artwork. There's a nice little bar that you are able to get drinks at. And they have new comics. They're an authorized CGC dealer, toys, graphic novels, rare collectibles, pop statues, and pop other things, back issues, and so much more. Please head over there on a Friday. You can get half off any beer with purchase of a trade paperback or graphic novel. And then you can also ask about the drinks to go deals. I made sure to message Jason right before the show to see what is going on over in the comic world this week. There's plenty of things. Excuse me. DC's Future State, the short run of DC. It's all new DC characters. It's the same characters you know, but different versions of them in the future. That is going on from now until the end of February. The King in Black series over at Marvel, which is the symbiote or the god of the symbiotes invading Earth and causing all kinds of chaos, is still ongoing. So please check out those 2 amazing comic book runs. And then we also have this guy right here. You should know him. You should love him. It's a previews exclusive Stan Lee figurine that you can get at Kingdom of Comics for just $35. And if you say you heard about this little guy on Back Talk with Bauer, let them know, hey, I heard about the awesome deal from Back Talk with Bauer. You will get 10% off of this guy. So please head over to Kingdom of Comics. Head over there in person. If you're out of state, I know I have plenty of fans and friends that are out of state. Head over to the Facebook page, facebook.com/Kingdom of Comics Shop, and support the people that are so awesome that support me. Other than that, let's get this show on the road. What's up, guys? It is Josh, J Bauer Art, the host of Back Talk with Bauer, and this is episode number 38. A couple more plugs before we bring Remy up and have some cool conversation. If you like the artwork behind me, if you like the logos here, if you like that video that just played, if you're in need of any kind of stuff like that, head over to jbauerart.com. I actually just spent the last 2 days revamping it, adding some new stuff, making things easier to find. There's all kinds of buttons you can push, all kinds of things you can find. And I also just added in the limited edition prints. So the Mandalorian one, I showed it off last week. I don't have a copy with me right now, but I showed that off last week, and it went really well. People really dug it. They really enjoyed it. And it inspired me to bring back, I was looking way too white, to bring out some new prints, but I want to make sure that they sell and they're worth my time because I hate selling prints. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do limited edition runs, 1 a month, every month now until the end of the year. I've got just them all designed. You'll actually see a couple, maybe this one and that one as a print, and then this new bad boy here. So keep an eye out on all my social media to find out when the next one's going. There'll be 20 of each run, and there'll be a week or 2 where you can buy them, and then they're gone. So if you miss out, you miss out. So head over to jbauerart.com to check out all that awesomeness. And then a shout out to inked.marketing, inked.marketing. You can find them online. If you are doing a Kickstarter and you would like to grow your Kickstarter audience, head over to inked.marketing, and they hook you up with amazing podcasts like myself. And we do live reads. They have a variety of ways to kick off a Kickstarter. pun intended, and to help you grow and help you get your Kickstarter fully funded. Like the, I'm terrible at reading. You guys know this, and they do not make it easy on me. It is Aliza Fields. It's live now. Just search Aliza Fields on Kickstarter. Every 1,000 years, gods of the dead gather with teams of champions to represent them in the abyssal tournament of champions. The story of Aliza Fields follows the hero of the Trojan War, Achilles, whose story begins at death, and so his heroic story or heroic spirit makes its way from peace in the afterlife to an arena. Again, check out Elysian Fields on Kickstarter today, and make sure to check out inked.marketing, and big shout out for their support. What's up, Kyle Nunez? Good to see you. We're trying things a little bit different tonight. I actually have this up on the Back Talk or the J Bauer Art Facebook page, which is the home of everything that I do, because Facebook pages let you create series. So once this episode goes up and goes on Facebook, people can find it later in the series. So do me a favor, please hit that share button, hit the like button, invite some people, tag some people. Hog time. I don't give a shit. Bring them in here and let's grow this audience a bit. I think this is going to be the new way of doing it because I wasn't hitting a ton of numbers on the personal page. So hopefully this will bring him up a little bit on the and make it a little bit easier to share as well. So I need a drink real quick. So as you guys know, every other episode's of Back Talk with Bauer is an interview. Last week we had a good Royal Rumble discussion. This week we are having I don't think it's going to be a full interview. It's going to be just like a chat back and forth between two podcasting guys. I had the chance. I haven't met him in person, but I've been able to meet him I think we might have met in person. We'll have to talk. I can't remember. I have a terrible memory. But we've been able to be on the show at least once together. I've been chatting online here and there when we can. So let's welcome the one, the only Remy of Remy's Roundtable. Push the button. There we go. Hello, sir. How are you?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Good, good. So as soon as I was saying I didn't think we met in person, I remember you corrected me last time. We did meet in person at one of the Bad at Business Beer Fest with Tom and Dan, right?
That's right. And I purchased your Jack Skellington print.
Yes.
I still have somewhere in my room.
Somewhere.
Just gotta look for it. I mean, I'm in the process of cleaning right now, so I'm like trying to put things together, and I'm like, hey, I found a skeleton photo. Where did I buy this? I bought this from the Tom and Dan Brew Fest in Sanford.
Yeah, that was a fun time. That was for just as a Tom and Dan fan, it's a blast anyways, and it's always cool to be with all the BDMs and the Tom and Dan people and all that good stuff. But as an artist, man, that was one hell of a day. I sold 4 or 5, at least 4 original paintings that day for pretty good pricing. I gotta give a shout out to the BDMs and the Tom and Dan fans, and I can even give them a shout out this week too, because they helped sell 5 or 6 of the 11 limited edition prints of the Mandalorian that I did.
Oh, wow.
So the Tom and Dan fans and the BDMs are fantastic. And big shout out to you guys for supporting local creators and artists like myself and other podcast guys like myself and Remy.
That's right, man.
Man, so hello, Willow Skylar. Good to see you. Willow from Willow's Pillow Talk, another member of the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel and family. Thank you for popping in. So how long has your podcast is known as Remy's Roundtable? How long has it been around?
So it's been around for roughly a year right now. No, I'm sorry, 2 years actually.
Okay.
We started in late 2000 and you know what? I am so sorry. We've been doing the podcast for a whole year now. We're doing it for a whole year. So I started out with my buddy, one of my good buddies who I used to work with, and I'm like, hey dude, I'm coming with this podcast, and we're gonna call it Goof Duck, and that was like the very first name I came up with because
I'm familiar with that name.
Because of my 2 favorite characters, Goofy and Donald Duck. Put together, you got Goof Duck. So a few months go by, he sent me a message saying, hey man, I'm not gonna be able to do the podcast much longer. I'm sorry, I got some things I gotta take care of. I'm like, all right, it's cool, don't worry about it. So then I hit up my other buddy up and say, hey man, And then him and I we met up at a poker tournament, and of course you know him, my good buddy Joey Mazant. So
Yes.
he was my co-host, and then he said, "Hey man, I don't think it's gonna work out right now, so let's go ahead and put a hold on it." But I'm like, you know what, it's all good, man. I got it taken care of.
Right.
So he was part of Goof Doug, and then we transferred over, made a transition to Remy's Roundtable, and that's how I came up with the concept. I was like, you know what, I'm not feeling Goof Duck anymore, so I'm just gonna change the name to Remy's Roundtable.
There you go.
And there you go, man.
Nice. So you go change it over to Remy's Roundtable. So if a person's never heard your show before, what do you guys talk about? Or is it just a random discussions every time? Is it interview? What kind of podcast do you do?
So it changes almost every single episode. So one episode, me and my buddy Chris will talk about stuff that we want to talk about, and then the next episode we'll talk to a couple owners from different restaurants, different bars, talk to them for a little bit. But our main focus about this podcast is all about Florida. We cover everything that has to do with Florida, no matter what. It has to do with your guys' favorite breweries, your favorite restaurants, your theme parks. I mean, we cover Disney, Universal, SeaWorld, whatever's happening in the beautiful state of Florida. I mean, that's
Nice.
pretty much all I can explain it.
No, that's awesome. And I believe you've had a few. You do have guests on every so often. You've had some.
I do.
I believe you said you've had some pretty cool ones. Who are some of the guests that you've had so far?
Oh man, so my last episode, I just talked to a really good friend of mine. She's one hell of a business owner. Her restaurant's called Pom Poms. It's over by the Milk District area. So I talked to her for a little bit, and my other guests I had people from The Walking Dead. Talked to them for a little bit. I got musicians, like local musicians. People are in L.A. Talked to them for a little bit. So those are like the main hitters I've been hitting lately. So
nice.
But right now my main focus is talking to people who are in Florida and are local Floridians.
Yeah, and eventually I will be a guest on your podcast whenever we can either get that figured out, doing it like this through the StreamYard, or we'll be one of those days when hopefully in the near future when we can actually get together and do the show.
Of course, man. Of course.
It's every time you think it's getting better, it just gets worse.
Yeah, it's like, what happened? I thought COVID was done. No, it's not done. The numbers are keep climbing.
Yeah. So, we're going to jump around a little bit between talking about your podcast and talking about life things and random discussions. I can now talk about it because we've actually, we're at the end of it and got through it. But I've been sitting at home for the last 2 days, because my wife had a run-in with one of her coworkers who popped positive for COVID.
Hey.
Yeah, fun times. What's up, GW, the main man over at HWWS WebTV and Hanging with Web Show? Thank you for popping in, sir. There's something attacking my ear. So yeah, we found out Saturday that that person popped positive, and so they basically just told my wife to kind of keep an eye on herself, and then me keep an eye on things and everything like that. And then between like Saturday and getting into Sunday, my wife started feeling worse.
Ooh,
and not feeling great. It wasn't bad, but she wasn't feeling great. She wasn't feeling 100%. She had a headache that she couldn't get rid of, which apparently is a symptom of COVID. I think everything, and we won't get too political here and won't get too into the weeds of, the COVID bullshit.
Yeah.
But I swear everything is a symptom of COVID.
Sense of hearing, sense of feeling. Oh wait, sense of hearing, God, that's something different.
Yeah. So she had the headache, she had a bit of a sore throat, and then kind of this ear pain. And it was getting worse as we went into Sunday. And I'm like, you got to call your people. I'm like, we can't take the chance. I've got people at my work that, I don't want to give it to, and they've got people at home. We're trying to be responsible. So she calls her work, tells them what's going on. And they're like, yeah, you need to self-isolate and set up for a test. So luckily she got in through her work. She got in through a test on Monday, got the test on Monday. The results came back in late this afternoon. and she came back negative. So yay us. But it's been it's been a stressful 2 days, but kind of a nice 2 days because I stayed home. I didn't go to work, and I've been working on all my stuff. So that's how there's a nice brand new website. There's a some refresh stuff and a lot of new stuff that you'll see in the next couple of weeks coming from me. But yeah, it's been an interesting 2 days when it comes to the COVID stuff. So that was kind of a little punch in reality. It's like, yeah, it's still around, dumbass. I'm like, okay, yeah, got it. Thank you. I'll go back to my cave.
We're not done yet.
We're not done yet, but
upcoming next we have Ebola. Watch out now.
Oh man! But if anybody's in the comments in the watching, we got about 7 people watching. So please drop comments, ask questions, drop topics. Remy and I are going to be shooting the shit for about another 45 minutes or so.
Let's do it.
We would love to. Even if you have questions, if you are a person that's loves podcasting but wants to start a podcast and don't know how to do it, we can run through that too. We've got at least a general idea, maybe not the greatest ideas, but
you see, that's where everybody asks me. They ask me, how did you come up with, what made you to start a podcast? You gotta find that niche. You gotta find that, that certain topic that you really want to talk about, something that you can, provide the audience. And mine is about the theme parks, because I used to work for the theme parks, and I know what's going on with the theme parks.
Right.
So that has to do with it, and plus I'm here in Florida, so that's my my home sweet home. So
right.
Wherever it has to do with Florida, I'm your guy. I mean, that's the bottom line right there. Yes, I know there are other radio stations out there that covers Florida, but if you want to know the heart and soul of Florida, you gotta check out Remy's Roundtable.
Right. Yeah, and mine started because of the COVID stuff. We were going into getting a bit more locked down. All of my events that I was doing as an artist and getting out there more was put on hold and for indefinitely apparently. And I needed a break from the art, and I wanted to do a podcast forever because I've been on, as an artist and as whatever I am, an entertainer type person, I've been on a variety of different podcasts before then. And I love sitting down with a bunch of people and just BSing. And I usually like to come and cause trouble on the show. Say the most messed up things, cause some trouble, have some fun, and just make people laugh. And then I realized that I wouldn't be talking to a bunch of my creator friends for a good while because I wouldn't see them at the conventions. So I thought, between being able to make some people laugh and have some fun, and I have a list of people that I can talk to that I have met through 7 years of conventions. It was nice to, I wanted to create something that I could interview these people and chat with them. I did that for almost 12 months straight, give or take, probably about 9 months. And then I got a little bored of just interview after interview after interview.
Right.
They're fun. They're great. I love them, but I don't get to be the crazy me as much and a lot of laughs and stuff.
Right.
So now, starting this year, I brought into the interviews or every other episode, and then I do group discussions just to either shit on something completely, random topic of the month, or even get some of that wrestling feel for me. It was so nice last episode where I got to sit down with 3 guys and talk about wrestling. I haven't been able to do that in the longest time, and it's hard to find people that you're in a niche with. And then if you do it on social media, wrestling people are very angry.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very angry. I don't know if it's testosterone, if their mother love them. I fucking don't know. But don't talk to people. Don't talk to other wrestlers on Facebook pages. It's terrible. But it was so cool just to BS with some people. I even got to meet a new person, which Country, shout out to Country for being on the show last week. Hopefully he and I will be working together more down the road. But yeah, everybody starts their podcast for something else. And I don't like, because I know some people are like, oh, this is just a comedy podcast, or yours is more central to Florida and to the attractions. I know you jump around a bit. I like mine a little bit broad. I don't want to lock mine into a certain thing. So that's why it's like interview based plus random discussions. So
right. I mean, but me, it's like people who've been in the business like so long, I want to talk to them. Like I want to hear the backstory of how they first started, doing their business and what made them decide to come to Florida and open up their business here. So, it's
right.
Like the last month I had the people who operates Desertland theme park here in Florida, which was the Artagon Marketplace. So I talked to them
Oh,
a
okay.
little bit, and it was a great conversation. I'm going to be working with their marketing team really soon to bring in more podcasters and more people who learn more about the Desertland theme park. And
That's awesome.
I'm also going to be partnering up with their longest go-kart track facility inside the building.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
So yeah.
Yeah, and this is where like, cause us with the people in the HWWS WebTV family have talked back and forth here and there. And like all of our shows are like doing really well. Like everything looks great. Like I've got everything set up. Now the only thing I'll need is like, to 100% figure out how to do like on the site recording and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the only thing we're missing from a lot of our shows is getting out there and interacting with people and doing things together, right. and really getting that hitting the pavement kind of thing, because you still need to do that even to nowadays. Yeah, you can get across all over the world with a click of the button if Facebook and Instagram allow you.
Exactly.
If you give them right money.
The most important thing is just reaching out to people and talking to them. That's like the most. If you want to talk to them, get in contact with them, send a message, send an email, and say, hey, my name is so and so, and I would like to go ahead and cover. I want to know if I can cover your business for my podcast. And if they say yes, they'll probably ask you, all right, cool. Can you send us a couple links to your podcast, or can you send us your analytics, letting us know what numbers you're hitting, because they want to see your analytics. Make sure that you're hitting the right numbers and the right people who listening to your podcast.
Now, I don't know that end as much. I'm still learning some of that stuff. So where do you get, like, because I could get it for myself. I could probably get a good chunk of the analytics through, I use Buzzsprout to put all my stuff out into all the audio stuff. Where do you get your analytics? How do you go about that for somebody that wouldn't know, like myself?
So my analytics is I go with Anchor. Anchor is the one where I post all my audio, and that goes directly to Spotify. Which Spotify is my main source right now for podcasts. Yes, we're on other podcast platforms, but we're mostly on Spotify, and that's our like 96% we're on Spotify, and the rest 4% on other platforms. So,
okay.
We're all over, but
yeah, well, you got to be everywhere because everybody likes their specific apps. But there's always that one, it seems like, that hits a bit higher than other stuff. Yeah, and it kind of becomes your baby. I haven't looked at mine in a while, so I'll have to see what my top one is, because I don't think I've looked at anything for like 6 months. I get like one little email that says, hey, you had this many downloads this in this amount of time, and I'm like, okay, good. Me, and I delete it, because I try not to stare at the numbers too much, because I'm like, why aren't they going higher guy?
and see that's where marketing comes in. You gotta play around with marketing for a little bit, and then say, hey, if I had these low numbers, how can I get them back up to a higher peak? Well, it's all about marketing your brand, marketing your face, marketing your business. I mean, that's the whole point about being in the business is all about. Right.
And we got some cool tips coming in from Willow, from Willow's Pillow Talk. She says, stop procrastinating. I'm really good at reading. Record yourself using Audacity and do a test run on Facebook or YouTube. Exactly.
But the thing is, I hate using Audacity. I'm sorry, but I can't plug in. I just cannot plug in multiple mics for Audacity. Audacity is only you can only use one mic for Audacity. Oh, I'm sorry. I can't use two mics? No, you have to use one mic. I'm like, this is bullshit. I'm sorry. I'm using a different software program now.
Well, everybody's got to start somewhere. And I mean, hell, this is, I went through 3, because I've only done my podcast like this, streaming it on to Facebook somehow. And then I download it and then make it an audio version. I haven't sat down and actually done the, record it regularly. Mine's only been visual, and then I turn it into audio. So like I went through 3 different versions of a streaming app to finally get this one. So you got to start somewhere, and then you go, okay, well, I like this and not this, and then find the next one that's a little bit better.
Right. So what I use is I use this software program called Mixpad, which is a lot similar to Audacity, except this one you use multiple mics, multiple inputs, outputs, and for backup I use my phone because I have other recording devices on my phone that I can use and see how well the quality comes out of. Like the past few episodes I've been recording are all from my phone, and some of the audio on my laptop, I'm like, it's not that crispy, but on my phone, if I have it at a certain direction, it gets a nice, clear, high-def sound that everybody wants to hear. It makes you feel like you're on radio, or it makes you feel like you're in an actual studio.
Gotcha. That's interesting. Now, like this mic I have, it's one of the JLab ones. You can actually, I haven't had a chance to do it because, again, you can't see people because of freaking COVID. But you can actually, you can switch it to different inputs. So right now, as it goes, the reason I don't wear headphones is because this mic, I have it turned where it just catches my voice right here. Right. So anything that comes from back here, you can't hear it at all. And then you can turn the knob and you can actually have it sit in the center of a table, and it's supposed to catch everybody around the table. You can have it one side to the other. And then I can never remember what the other version, there's a 4th option. Never remember what it is.
I mean, similar to this mic too. I mean, this, if I want to point to the front like that, I mean, I'm talking right into it, but this will pick up pretty much everything. So
nice. Yeah, so there, the number one thing is getting a good mic, getting the good, finding the recording thing that works for you, even if it's on your phone. Our phones are becoming supercomputers on their own and getting better and better by the day. So there's always that option. Willow's got another cool tip. Willow's random tips. Don't be afraid about people rejecting your invite for being on your podcast. There are plenty of people around on social media who want to be promoted.
That's true.
Exactly.
That is very true.
Yeah, I'm actually very surprised. I've had 2 people ghost me. Well, one ghosted me completely, and then the other person had to cancel like the last minute because he had some stuff going on. I will get him on this show because we get to talk Power Rangers if I have him on. So I got to reschedule with him.
Speaking about Power Rangers, on February 12th at a Coliseum of Comics. Sorry, Kingdom of Comics. I know you guys want to hear this, but I'll be there momentarily. But on February 12th at the Coliseum of Comics, Mr. Jason David Frank is going to be there.
Yes. I've been arguing with myself ongoing because I actually have. I don't know if you saw the painting I have of the 3 helmets. It's like 3 of Jason David Frank's helmets. And I painted that last February. Actually, I think it was a year ago today or yesterday. I painted at a convention he was at. And it took me a little bit longer than I thought to get done. And right when I finished it, he was leaving.
Oh.
Because I was going to get it signed and have it for myself because I'm a huge Jason David Frank and Tommy fan. So, yeah, sadly, I did not get it signed. So I've been keeping it at home. It's up for very expensive on my shop. So if it sells, I'm going to get a decent amount of money.
Yeah, the thing is, if you have it signed by JDF,
it's mine.
The price will go a little bit higher,
No, it's mine. If I get it signed by JDF, it is mine, and it is staying in the in my art cave.
So I mean, his pricing is actually not that bad for selfies and.
Oh no,
not at all. So at this is like a tour that he's doing. He's going to local comic shops and just doing his tour, and his autograph is $50, and a selfie is another $50.
Okay, I might have to sneak down there.
Did that tempt you, sir?
The only thing that's holding me back is freaking COVID, and we're not supposed to go do things.
Well, they're gonna have it 6 feet apart.
Right.
They're gonna do the social distancing as much as they can.
Yeah.
And just wear the mask. I mean, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah. So we'll see. I'm very tempted. But I do have a signature from him. If I turn this up a bit, if you see the Power Rangers right up
I
there,
see it.
yeah,
I see it.
I was in a convention in Lexington, Kentucky. I drove all the way to Lexington, freaking Kentucky, to be a part of a convention, and he was there. And one of my main things was he was the second to last signature I needed to have everybody on that thing. So I got to meet him, got a signature. He really loved it and was super nice. So it's I've got to meet him once, but I really want to get that helmet painting signed. So maybe
it's like son of a bitch, I want to get it done.
Yeah, I was so bummed that day. I was with Hanging with Web Show actually, and I got it done just in time, or just right when he was leaving and he was ready to go. I'm like, man. So
it sucks.
Yeah, but maybe next time.
So did you hear that? Did you hear that starting in February, HBO has made a deal with bringing back the Batman animated series?
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, they're doing a like a different version of Batman the animated series, and yes, they're bringing back the original voiceovers to do it.
Oh, it's gonna be new stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be brand new.
Oh shit, stuff. I didn't see that. That's freaking epic.
So they're bringing back, of course, Kevin Conroy and the man, the myth, the legend, Mark Hamill doing the Joker. So that is
fantastic. Man, that'll be really cool. I'm hoping they keep it to the old school art style. They cannot mess with that art style and go anywhere near the newer stuff. I hate shitting on art, but there is some newer style art that's on Cartoon Network and stuff like right now, and I can't get into it. And there's even like the newest version of TMNT. I love the voice actors that are a part of it, and there's been some really cool styles, but I haven't gotten fully into it yet because it's just such a. I don't know what the problem is with it for me. There's a lot of choppiness to it. The way the newer animation is, there's a lot of like weird choppy feeling to it. And I just cannot get into it. But man, HBO is really kicking it up. I'm very interested. Right now, they don't have me 100% hooked. I signed up so I could watch Wonder Woman and regretted that instantly.
No.
Oh,
that's a strong pass right there. I cannot. No, I mean, after I saw the reviews on Rotten Tomatoes and I saw the rating on Rotten Tomatoes for that movie, I'm like, well, you guys kind of fucked up there. I'm sorry, but you guys really just, dropped the ball on this movie, and you guys psyched it up, for the audience to say, hey guys, Wonder Woman is coming out to theaters near you. Oh wait, we're bringing it to HBO Max for you. So they did it on their own, man.
Yeah, I tried to. I don't try to get into the reviews and stuff that much. I try to check it out for myself and give it a good try and everything. And I gave it that good try and regretted it. And I'll get more into actually next week. I'm going to do an earlier episode of the show because I'm going to be on another podcast right after. But I'm going to do like a full review episode. It'll just be me chatting about like 5 or 6 different things that I've watched recently. And Wonder Woman is going to be on that list. And I'll give about 15 minutes to each thing. And Wonder Woman's going to get ripped apart a little bit. So tune in next week for that one. Damn. But we actually, let's take a quick break. We're going to do the commercials real quick, so I can pay the bills and keep the lights on here. So we will take a quick break and we'll see you right on the other side. Let's do that one.
This is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to us wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. Also catch us on the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel. Subscribe today and become part of the legend.
Yeah, make sure to support myself, of course, with jbauerart.com and all the shows, including The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS on the HWWS WebTV Facebook and YouTube channel. Like I said, we've been talking about a variety of things, and I'm sure I'll get even more into a variety of things. But tonight I am joined by Remy of Remy's Roundtable. Make sure to check out his podcast. Where can everybody find you at?
You guys can check me out on Facebook. Just go under Remy's Roundtable Podcast. That's our Facebook page. You guys can become a member, and that's where I post, upcoming episodes, giving you guys little tips on what you guys can check out. And of course, I will mention you guys our new sponsor. You guys can check them out as well. And we're on Spotify. I mean, that's where you guys check it out on Spotify. Just go under Remy's Roundtable right there on Spotify, and we'll pop right in.
Oh, man. I maybe I should have gotten tested.
Oh, no. Run.
It's a weird thing. So I've been home for the last couple of days, and since the beginning of the year, I've been trying to get healthier. I put on, of course, this lovely year. I already had a little bit of weight put on me just because I'm getting older, the metabolism going down and all that bullshit. And then we got into 2020, and I think I kept the skinny I was because we were doing events so much, a lot of walking, a lot of moving around, lifting, carrying things. I was always at something, at least every other weekend, doing something. And then I went to absolutely nothing and just sitting at home and working on the computer a lot and really not going anywhere. So I put on a little bit of weight over the past year, and I'm trying to behave and get it cut down and, stop some of the eating, the sweets, the bullshit. And I'm trying to drink more water because I know it can help in a variety of different ways. I swear to God, water takes every moisture out of your freaking throat. Like,
sure does.
Oh my
God. It does, man.
I got to get something for the podcast, like something that's not soda, because I'm trying to do 1 soda a day. I was doing 2, trying to cut down to at least 1 at lunch. And then but I need something, maybe Kool-Aid, I don't know, but fucking water is not helping.
Okay, here's what you get. My backup plan that I'm using is I'm drinking lots of ice sparkling water. That's the flavored bottled waters. And if you want to get that nice soda taste, but still drink water at the same time, drink those. Those are like really good. I think I have one. Right? Nope, that's not it. Here it is, right here. It's called ice sparkling water.
Okay, I might have to try that. I also want to try because I've seen a few things about it. The bubbly or buble, because they got my I may try that because water's just terrible.
But this is actually the best option because it's only like 5 calories, and you're getting all your vitamins, your antioxidants, and the best part is there's no sugar. No sugar, no caffeine, just a lot of vitamins and drinking a shitload of water.
That's good. The no sugar would work great for me because I gotta watch. I'm very susceptible to diabetes, so I gotta keep an eye out for that. And my wife has been harping me on that one, so really gotta watch that. Willow suggests that I should drink tea. Tea is fucking disgusting.
Tea is, no. Green tea is good for you.
I can't get into any tea. I don't like the smell of it. My mom drinks this one, and I won't shit on them because who knows, it may be a sponsor, but she drinks this tea. I don't know how she drinks it because it smells like cat piss.
Arizona iced tea?
No, it's this other one. I can't remember the name of it, but she's been drinking it forever. And like randomly, like if she leaves it sitting somewhere, if it's open somewhere, I'll walk past and I got a really sensitive nose. I'm like, it smells like cat piss here. She goes, yeah, and she had me do it. She's like, smell my tea. I'm like, oh my God.
Yes, that's 100% cat piss.
100% cat piss. That's all natural cat piss. What's up, Sherry Wolf?
Cat piss. Cat piss has been brought to you by Back Talk with Bauer. Go get yourself a cat piss iced tea.
It'll quench you.
But see, I'm actually kind of happy that some of these brands are bringing back nostalgic food brands now, Because
You gotta show it
I
again.
just picked up the Doritos 3D, baby. Yes.
I almost bought them when we were at Walmart on Saturday because I saw Walmart had them right at the beginning of the aisle or right when you walked in, giant bags of them. And I'm just like, I can't believe they're bringing that shit back.
It's like, it's tempting. It is so tempting. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and get it. I don't care. It's the Doritos 3D.
Now, are they tiny still?
Okay, hold on. Let me see here.
I got to see one because they used to be. So for those that don't know, it's actually bigger.
It's bigger. It's like a puff.
Yeah. Okay.
They blew it up.
So for what's under millennial? I think under millennials, Gen Z is after millennial because technically messed up enough. Yeah.
Gen Z, X, Y, Boomer.
Elemental P. So
yeah,
so for you younger people, and I'm 33. I'm not sure how old are you, Remy?
I'm 31.
Okay. Oh, I got it. Yeah, a little older than you.
We're still in the right range. I mean, come on.
It's still in that range, but yeah, they came. It was like what, late 90s, early 2000s.
Yeah, it was in 95. That's when they came out, and during that year, we had Dunkaroos. Dunkaroos came out too, man.
the shit they fed us.
Exactly.
Fucking terrible. I love it. I eat it to this day.
How about that one drink that almost every kid would get in middle school and throughout their high school year? That Fruitopia.
Oh yeah. That was good shit. I love Fruitopia. That was not healthy for you at all, but my God, it was delicious.
God, it was good.
But I'm a little bummed that they didn't bring them back into the plastic things because the original Doritos 3D was in a plastic thing about this big, and they were tiny. They were like, what, a third of that size that you just showed?
Yeah, but the thing is, I think the tube was just about the size of your mic. That's how big the tube was.
I remember it being kind of bigger, but maybe they had different size ones. Because I know the cool thing was the lid was its own cup, so you poured them into there, and then you had a nice little serving cup. Because teenagers are always on the go, I guess.
That's true.
But yeah, I love those were really interesting, really good. And then so we're talking about things that we ate when we were kids. I'm on TikTok now. Follow me at jbauerart22 on TikTok. I post painting things. I post time-lapse videos, random. I just posted one of my dog Coco sleeping in the chair in my art room and her snoring. So yeah, I'm trying to build up my TikTok. So follow me at jbauerart22. But this one girl is making fun of her husband, boyfriend, or something because he is sitting there eating a Lunchable. Yeah,
I saw that. Yes.
Yeah, so he's sitting there eating this Lunchable, and this fucking TikTok blew my mind. So he's sitting there, and it's one of the Lunchables that has the crackers, the cheese, the meat, and then the cookie. And she goes, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm eating a Lunchable." She goes, "That's for kids." Why? And he goes, "Because I like them. They only make them for kids." And she goes, now I can't remember the fancy fucking name she said. But she said something to the fact of, you do realize that's just a meat and cheese tray. You're eating the kids version of that. And it blew my mind. I don't know the fancy name. You got to look it up. But yeah, it was basically a meat and cheese tray, which I mostly just eat the cheese. But yeah, he went and he was a smart ass and got a little tray and made it all nice and pretty. Took all the Lunchables and made it into a cheese. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, so it's either them grooming us or we liked it enough and brought it into a bigger thing as we've gotten older.
Exactly. It's like a grown adult right now having Dino Nuggies for dinner, and they go, "Why are you eating Dino Nuggies?" I'm like, "They're good. I mean, why not?"
I must have missed the Dino Nuggie train. I don't know if I don't have as a connection to Dino Nuggies. Right. So I missed that train. It's fucking hilarious and all the TikTok stuff, but I must have missed that one somewhere. I'm not sure where I missed it at. And you're welcome, Willow. Willow just says, "Way to make me feel old." You are welcome.
Sorry, Willow. Sorry.
But yeah, Yeah, and I've talked about this a few times. If you're watching this, if you somehow catch this and you're a TikTok person, and this may even be my clip of the week, because I want to talk to TikTok creators, because and I'm gonna keep saying it. If you haven't checked out TikTok, I know it's got a bad name to it. I understand. I got it. You just think it's for dancing girls and some dumb shit. There's a lot of dumb shit on there. There's a lot of dumb shit on there. But there's actually a lot of really cool shit on there. I follow some really cool people that do even the little videos that are the viral videos that it's the same like audio every time. You can see it created in 5 different ways or more. Those are really cool because you see different people either turning it to their channel and making it work for them, or just putting their own little spin on it. You know, those are really cool. I have found some really amazing spray paint artists. There's this one guy, I've been watching him trying to figure out how he does this shit. He basically takes spray paint and he sprays it on black walls. And every time he spray paints, it looks like neon. Like That's cool. Looks like it's glowing. It blows my mind. I can't figure it out. I even tried to do it a little bit on this painting to get like a little bit of the haze around with acrylic paint and a brush.
I do see a little neon on the ghosts and the
it popped up on the ghosts a little bit more, and in here I kind of toned it down a little bit too much on the bars itself. It looks pretty cool, not as cool as his, but we were using 2 different mediums. But you can find some very talented artists on there. You can find some very talented voice actors, and just a variety of different people. So I will tell you, go and give it a try. You got to sift through some shit, but once you start liking some people, the For You page kind of directs people your way, and you can find some very cool people. And follow me, JBauer22.
There you go. I mean, yeah. I'm on TikTok, but I don't do TikTok as much. I follow like local comedians here in Florida.
Oh yeah,
they're on it, and like my favorite comedians, I just follow them, and I'm like, man, you all do this at your stand-up. Come on now. Don't give us like a little cheat sheet here saying what's going to happen on your next stand-up show. I mean, fuck.
There's some really funny people on there. There's one gentleman that I follow, and he plays one of his ongoing skits is he plays God and the years. So it's God in 2020 and 2021, and they'll be like bitching at each other or getting into arguments and stuff. And like the last one was basically God yelling at 2021 because it's acting just like 2020 was. And he like bitches him out and gets him all yelled at. Excuse me. And then he goes and he walks away, and 2020 is like standing in the background going, like, you know, shitting on him and stuff.
Oh, that's priceless.
Yeah, it's very cool. Again, and every app has its shittiness. I mean,
yeah,
every app has its shittiness. But if you're looking for some funny stuff, some cool creators, check out TikTok. I highly suggest it. And I've been trying to use it some more, use it in different ways, try to build up everything that I do. I think people are kind of looking at it going, how does he go from a painting to Legos to his dog to a podcast?
Yeah, TikTok.
All on TikTok. Yeah.
So what's the last video game or this coming video game you're playing right now as we speak?
Oh shit. So video games are on the, I love video games. I would love to play them more, but I am doing way too much shit with everything else. So the one that I've been playing the most, and I only play it online, is like the online versus each other, is Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, I think.
That's good.
Yeah, I think that's one. And now I don't play, and this is where I'm feeling old, or it's either old or I'm just not in video games as much as I used to be. But Warzone, I cannot fucking figure out.
Warzone, no, I can't either.
I can't figure it out. My brother wants me to play with it. My brother's about the middle brother is about 7 years younger than me, and he keeps begging me to play with him. And I hate it. I can't figure it out. I get shot all the fucking time, and then I have to sit there. So I hopped on once because it was during Christmas time, and I was trying to take a little bit of a break. And I hopped on Warzone. I got shot and killed within a minute. Then I'm in this weird hallway thing where I'm running around and trying to recover, I guess. and then I'm in a one-on-one battle with somebody that I have to shoot them to, and if I shoot them, I get to go back to the game. But of course, I suck at that, so that motherfucker shoots me really quick. And then I'm done, and I can't play anymore. I'm like, what am I? What is this?
Bullshit! I'm done.
And then it took me like 20 minutes to find multiplayer again. Oh my god, I was so.
See, this is why I stick to Call of Duty. I mean, that's like the best game because you can advance in that game. You get different guns as you go.
Right.
But the game that I'm playing right now is, I just bought it a few days ago.
Okay.
Cyberpunk 2077.
Now you are one of the few people I have seen, and I'm pretty sure it was you that put positive reviews of the game.
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes, because it's all about, man, I know there's some bad feedback about the game because of how the lag is and how, it's not running smoothly on, Xbox, PlayStation. It runs perfect. I mean, I have had no problems lately with this game, and the storyline is unreal. So in the beginning, you can choose, these three options you can choose from. So one, you're stuck in the desert. The other one, you're in the streets, and then the third one is you're in a corporate business. So you can choose which three you want to play with. So I ended up with the street kid because I grew up on the streets. What's up? I'm in a gang. Yeah. So as the story goes on. The one level you have to do is you have to defeat this gang boss, whatever. And I don't want to get into too much detail because the next level I'm on right now is I'm a Keanu Reeves character, which is pretty dope. Okay. So I haven't gotten too far in that game just yet.
Now, as soon as you started talking about this game, I thought of, because both of us are big fans of Tom and Dan, and Mediocre Time with Dan. Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan podcast. There we go. Did you hear when they were talking about you could determine your pecker size in the game? So how long did you play with your avatar's pecker?
So they took it out.
Oh no, really?
They took it out.
They removed the pecker playing.
They removed it, but and yet you can still enlarge your tits. I mean,
okay.
Except on the woman's avatar. So if you choose to be a woman avatar, you can enlarge your tits. But if you're a dude, your junk still stays the same.
Oh, what a shame!
It's like, damn it! Can my rocket go any bigger in this game? Nope. Never mind.
I hope, just to fuck with everybody, they made it really small.
Oh God. And also you start getting buff in these muscles. You're like, oh yeah, I'm buff. What the fuck is that?
Shouldn't take steroids, dude.
Nope. Sorry, audience. We are rambling on. We're sorry that we're just rambling on off topics about talking about.
Oh, that's what this whole show's about.
We're talking stuff.
Yeah, well, it sounds like my kind of game. So actually,
you know what? If Willow ever play this game, she will not last one bit. Willow, I know you're listening, but there is no way you will last in this game. I'm sorry.
Oh, Willow's terrible. I love having Willow on. She's about as dirty-minded as I am, and Willow's always a blast to have on. So I appreciate you being in the comments, Willow. Thank you very much. The next game I'm actually want to get into, and it's kind of an old game. I don't know if they remastered it or not. I just saw a commercial for it. Is excuse me, Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
Yes, the second one. It just came out on Xbox Marketplace.
Yeah, and it just dropped onto the Nintendo Marketplace, and I almost bought it now. I'm gonna wait. I get paid Friday, so I think that will be my little splurge for Friday. I'm gonna buy that one because I've been wanting a new game to play on my Switch. I only have a few games here and there, kind of bored, and I forgot how much regular Mario irritated the piss out of me.
Yeah.
So I'm currently stuck on that. So I think I'm gonna get I think I'm gonna get that one and give it a try, because I got to get back. I fucking got a Switch and paid for that goddamn thing. I need to play it. Oh no, Kevin B. Blood's here. Hello, Kevin B. Blood. Good to see you. Kevin asks us, can anyone have a mind as dirty as you, though? Probably not.
Right here.
Maybe Remy. I think most BDMs probably, the Tom and Dan fans, the hardcore BDMs can.
Yes.
And if you ever hear a conversation between my brothers and I, if you want a fun episode of Back Talk with Bauer, go back to find the episode with my brothers. I want to say it's in the early teens, if I remember correctly. We kept it relatively behaved, but that's a really fun episode to check out. And you can either find it on all the audio versions, on any audio platform that you can find, Spotify, Amazon Music, all that good shit, or the HWWS WebTV YouTube channel. You can find the actual visual ones of that we did that episode when we were on vacation, right at the beginning of like all hell breaking loose with this stuff. We had a vacation like that was planned for a year, and we went up to New Smyrna and still did our vacation because we're like, it won't be that bad. And
Whoops.
Yeah, everything was kind of closed, kind of open. It was still fun. We had a good time, and I love seeing my family. I hope to see them again sometime soon. But shout out to my dad and my brothers. Love them and can't wait to see them again. But yeah, the dirty mind department, I'm sure the BDMs can really take care of that. And I'm sure Remy himself is quite dirty minded.
Whoa! I mean,
so,
all right, here's one. I got a joke, man. So how many blondes does it take to screw in a light bulb?
I don't know.
2. One holding the light bulb, the other one spinning the ladder.
And on that perfect note, I think we should round things up. Where can everybody find you, Remy? Where can they follow the podcast and support you?
Guys, if you guys are in the local Florida area, you guys can check out my podcast on Spotify. Just hit up Remy's Roundtable in the search bar. It pops right up. If you want to become a member, just head on over to Remy's Roundtable Podcast. That's our Facebook page. You guys become a member, join us, and you guys just check out all of our episodes or little hints on what's the upcoming episode's going to be. And if you guys are over by the Milk District area, which is over by Bumby Avenue, guys, head on over to 67 North Bumby Avenue. That is the one and only Pom Poms. That's our newest sponsor. And starting next month, if you guys mention that you heard myself on Remy's Roundtable, you guys will get an eligible discount on your meal.
Nice. Fantastic. And hopefully Remy and I will be working more in the future. We're always trying to come up with new ideas, and I'm sure I will have him more in the group discussions. And who knows, maybe we'll just do random episodes together, because it's fun BSing with you, man. It's nice chatting with you. And
Likewise,
it's been a fun episode. Awesome. Yeah, we need to do, I think we need to get one, and I'll see when he's available. I think you and me and Joey need to do an episode together. Maybe we can put something together next month. I got two open spots and just some random stupid discussions. We'll try to take some topics from some people. But yeah, this has been Back Talk with Bauer. I am Josh of J Bauer Art. You can find all my stuff. Just type in J Bauer Art or go to jbauerart.com. Just put it in all the chats. Head over there. There's graphic design stuff, video editing. I can make intros like the intro of this show. All the stuff you see around here is all done by me. All the stuff you see behind here is done by me. I'm coming out with limited edition prints now. There's going to be a new one every month. I'll show them off here. I've been, teetering with the idea of creating a Patreon with a couple of small levels. And you may be able to get like first dibs on the limited edition prints. I'm kind of rolling that through my head. But stay tuned for all that. Lots of cool stuff. If you missed the Mandalorian print, I'm sorry. There's a limited of 20 of them, and they're only on sale for a week or two, depending on the week. But stay tuned for the next one. The next one's going to be really cool. I've got them all the way planned out until November right now. All the prints are subject to change. I may change them up depending on if people are begging for other ones. But yeah, I haven't made prints in a while, so they're going to be going on all the way till the end of November, and then I'm sure more will come out after that. And then head over to my Threadless account. If you like the Mando print, I almost forgot to mention it. If you like the big Mando print with the 3 Mandalorian helmets, it is now on Threadless. You can get it on a t-shirt. It's going to be about this big on your t-shirt. You can get it on a mug, whatever you need. There's plenty of different options on there. Shout out to Jason, a new fan of mine. He actually bought a shirt. He was the first guy. I think it was up like 5 minutes, and he bought a shirt already. So shout out to him. Thank you so much. He's been buying a bunch of stuff from me lately, so he is my current favorite fan. If you would like to be my next favorite fan, buy shit from me. But yeah, if you want to support the podcast like the sponsors already have, you can message me. I'm opened up for another live read spot, so message me. If I don't have that, or if you're looking a little bit less of an option, I have squares open up on the jbauerart.com page. You go to the Back Talk with Bauer page. There's a whole list of sponsors, and you can take up one of those squares. It's a clickable link, and it'll take you right to your page or wherever you want it to go. And those are like $15 a month. And if you contact me this week, you'll get the rest of January for free. So hit me up if you're a local shop or whatever you got going on. Hit me up for any of that. jbauerart.com. And then shout out to NSC Live. They are a new partner of mine. They are linked with inked marketing, and I'm trying to kill time as I look up what I'm supposed to say. Where'd it go? Son of a.
So anyway, guys, on Back Bauer, we are talking about all of this. You guys can find this on Spotify, wherever you guys listen to your podcast, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yes, and then NSC Live TV, the comic book network created by Geeks for Geeks. You can find this show on there. You can find tons of other shows. HWWS WebTV, a bunch of their shows are on there. Hanging with Web Show, a variety of different things. Comic shops, if you're looking for newer comic shops as a support and you can't go somewhere, or if you want to just find a new place to get those rare collectibles, they have a whole spot for just comic book shops. They have channels for artists like myself. Tons of different things. So NSC Live TV, just type them in, nsclivetv.com, and you can find all the stuff there and let them know that Back Talk with Bauer sent you. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Remy, thank you for being on the show. I greatly appreciate it. And we will catch you guys next week. Later.
Peace out.